What separates a great data analyst from an average one? Is it the Excel skill, SQL skill, or Power BI skill? Why those are important? There is one skill that makes all the difference. And trust me, if you master this skill, you are going to stand out in your job place. You are going to communicate better and get recognized for your work. Whether you're working as a data analyst or you're even building projects, this video is for you because it will help you build projects that can help you stand out in your job search. And today, I'm going to reveal it to you. So you might be asking, what exactly makes a data analyst more effective? So guys, what makes a data analyst more effective is asking the right questions. Data analysis is not just about numbers, it's all about making impact with data. It's about solving problems with data. And if you don't ask the right questions, you are going to get the wrong results. Now think about it. How many times have you built a dashboard and you are being told this is not what we need? You're not hitting the nail on the head, or you are missing the point. How many times have you gotten that kind of question? And how many times have you even felt that way while building a personal project? What we tend to do is to jump right into the tools and start analyzing without first of all understanding what you are asked to do. You have to first stop, think, understand what the problem is so that it can help you solve the real problem with data. Okay, we're going to talk about how to develop these habits. There are 3 ways you can develop these habits, 3 ways you can make sure that you're always asking the right questions and that you're always analyzing data based on the right question or problem statement. So the first thing you need to do is to understand the business goal. So before you start touching the data, before you even begin your data cleaning or even trying to find out the tools you should use, first sit down and ask yourself, what problem are we trying to solve with this data? For example, if your company wants to increase sales, don't just analyze total revenue. Ask these questions like, what product sells best? Which customer buys the most? Or what time in the year do sales peak? These are the kind of questions that you have to ask yourself or you have to analyze while working with your data. And you can't do this if you don't yet understand the business problem. It's very important to understand the business problem. So the second way you can develop this habit is by identifying key metrics. So now you understand what the problem is, you understand the decision that is to be made. The next is now to know what metrics that you actually need to show, or what metrics that is actually needed to solve the business problem. For example, if you're analyzing customer churn, total sales is not important when you're analyzing customer churn. What you should be looking out for is something like customer retention rate and subscription cancellations. These are the things you should be looking out for and not total sales. There might be a project that has a different problem statement that total sales will be very important for. So, but it is not every problem, it's not every analysis that total sales will be important. So this is why it's important for you to understand the problem statement and understand the decision that needs to be made. So what we do is that we just analyze everything, analyze all the metrics that is not going to lead to any solution to the problem that we have. So you have a sales data that has a total, that has price, that have location, that have country, that have customer name and all that, but you're meant to find a problem to the churn rate, the high churn rate of customers, but you then go ahead to be finding out total sales by country. That is not going to give you solution to the problem. What you should focus more in customers' complaints. So you just focus on the customer, you focus on the customer's complaint, you focus on the churn rate of the customer, focus on the subscription cancellation, things that will actually give solution to the problem or things that will give insight to why there's a high increase in churn rate. Do you understand? So you don't just start analyzing everything. It will not give solution to the particular problem that is needed. The third way you can build this habit is by challenging assumptions and dig deeper. Don't just accept the results as face value. Never accept a data at face value. Always ask, does this data tell the whole story? So let's say sales dropped last month. Don't just report the drop. You have to ask some questions to find out why there is a drop in sales. So things like, did competitors launch a new product, or was there a supply chain issues? So this is what you should do. You should dig deeper, right? Don't just accept data at face value. Ask questions, ask why. What we do is that we report data just as it is. You notice there's a drop in sales, you notice there's a high rate of churn, a high churn rate, and then you just report it. You're just not meant to report it. You're meant to find out why, give context to your analysis, find out why there is a decrease in sales, find out why or what might have caused the high churn rate. Okay, give context to your analysis. This is what makes difference. This is what makes the difference between an effective data analyst and an average one. So even though maybe you're not working as a data analyst, you're building projects, if you put these things into consideration, you are totally going to stand out, because you're not just dropping reports about, okay, just telling them, oh, there's a decrease in sales. Okay, yeah, so now we know there's a decrease in sales. So what happened? Why was there a decrease in sales? What caused the decrease in sales? So when you're able to find out this kind of problems, that is what can help the company make better decisions, so that they are like, okay, this caused decrease in sales. Okay, well, now what can be done? You now give a recommendation on what can be done. Do you understand? So giving context to your report, to your analysis. So always remember, data is not just number, it's a story, and the effective data analysts are the ones that dig deeper to uncover the truths in data. Did this video help you? Let me know in the comment section. Don't forget to like and subscribe to this channel, because I give out very, very helpful videos in this channel. Thank you so much for sticking with me to the end. See you next time. Bye.